Hello and welcome back to SotonLock. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell because it really does help a small channel like mine to get noticed. Way back in March 2022 I produced video number 13 which showed how to decode this Abus Super Code158/50, and in that video someone commented, Glyn DWR 1282, and he asked, is it the same process to get this open as it is to get this open, which is the Abus 158 CS/65. And initially I thought yes, it was the same process, but I thought I'd better check. So you can see the difference between these two models. The CS65 is a lot bigger. It has 5 wheels and it has a closed shackle, which I guess the CS in the model number refers to. So what I'll do is I'll set up this my vice and get back to you. Right, all I've done here is I've stuck the padlock in the vice to give it a bit more stability when I'm filming. As I say, I recorded the video on how to get this padlock open way back in March 2022. And when I came back to try and decode this, I completely forgotten the method I used in that video, and I didn't even go back to that video to refer to it. What I did do, I started tinkering with this padlock, and I think I've come up with a mechanism to get this open. So let's try. So at the moment, as I say, we've got all zeros on the padlock. The shackle opens, and I'm just going to operate the code change mechanism. Stick a cloth over the top, stick my hands under the cloth, and then change the wheels. So I'm going to change them up and down, or backwards and forwards, whatever you want to call it. And then change the code mechanism, key change, or the code change mechanism back if I can find the slot. There it is. Change it back. Now I'll stick my hands back underneath and change the shackle wasn't in properly. Change the code. So it should be a scrambled code, and if it's scrambled, I should be able to set this back to 0, 0, and the shackle shouldn't open. Right, that's 5 zeros. Put it on the shackle, it doesn't open. So my mechanism here, or my method, is I'm just going to zoom in here, is to pull on the shackle. I'm going to use this tool just as an aid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn each wheel. I'm going to look for a loose part of the wheel. So that's quite stiff. That's quite stiff. 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 Oh, it's gone really stiff. So that's loose. That's loose. That's loose. I think I've already gone past the loose part. So I think that's the loosest part. I'm going to set it to 3. So that's gone stiff. That's quite loose, so I'll set that to 2. That's going stiff. So maybe 7. maybe. Oh, this is you have to repeat this process a couple of times. So that's quite stiff now. The thing to remember is to release the tension on the shackle every time you want to try it. Now that's gone quite stiff, which is good because you always know you're on the right track when you've got a loose or a stiff fifth wheel. So I find it easier to get a bit more definition or a bit more feeling when I use my fingers as opposed to this tool. So let's see what we got. So it's loose between 2 and 3, and then either side of that it starts to get stiff. So I'm going to leave it on 3, sorry. Again, this is stiff between, or loose between 2 and 3. So I'm going to leave it on 3. This is loose between 5 and 6. So I'm going to leave it on 6. This is, the wheel's quite stiff. This is loose between 6 and 7. It's really difficult to know where this wheel is stiff. So let's go back. That's quite stiff now. So I'm going to go to 2. That's quite stiff now. And there you go. That's it open. Let's just zoom back out. And the shackle's open. So that's my technique. It is different from a technique that I use to open up this one. I use what they call a knife on this one. I'm not saying it won't work on this one. I'm just saying I've come up with a different technique to get it open. Well, I hope that helps. As I say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you very much for watching SotonLock. Hello and welcome back to SotonLock. This video comes about because I was asked a question in my Glyn DWR1282. Wanted to know if the technique that I used to open this would work on this thing. Way back in March 2002, and one of the comments I got in that video was, can I use the same technique that... So I commented it. Initially I thought, well, of course it is. Of course you can use the same technique because it's exactly the same internals. Which is the Abus 158 CS65. Now, if I put one up against the other, put a towel over the top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to operate the code change device. I'm going to put a cover over this padlock, stick my hands up underneath, and if I can find the wheels, spin the wheels. So change them all by various amounts, change them in various directions. And then make sure that each wheel